Hi, welcome back. In this session, we are going to discuss about Ingress, how to configure with the hands-on, right? So in previous classes, we have discussed about Kubernetes and installation and each service one by one with hands-on. And last class, we have discussed in detail on Helm chart hands-on. So with that continuation, we are going to continue this Ingress hands-on. Okay, as I stated a couple of times, we have our GitHub ID Cloud and Loud, and there is a repository for this Kubernetes training, Kubernetes_admin_training. And for this class, you stick with class 14-ingress. Let's go inside. So in this repository, first there is a diagram. Can open in another window this diagram. So once opened, probably you can open in a better viewable. So there are a couple of users trying to access example.com. Okay, and whereas you can go and configure load balancer in Kubernetes, and that load balancer, okay, using the Ingress controller. Remember, the domain name is www.example.com. But in each service, using Ingress help, okay, we are redirecting to pod 1, whereas hw1 example.com and hw example2.com. Okay, but still one single load balancer with the help of Ingress, automatically it is understanding the particular DNS and then it's redirecting to each application, right? Services. So this is what exactly we are going to do as part of this hands-on session, POC. Let's go inside. So first there is a command.txt. Okay, open in Notepad. Okay, so what is Ingress? Just now I explained. So routing traffic from your beyond cluster, after cluster, to an internal Kubernetes services. So if you have, say, multiple services, so Ingress is capable to reroute based on what condition you are. So the entry point is single entry point, but Ingress will decide, okay, this request should go to service 1. This request should go to service 2. So that is the intelligence of Ingress. So the Ingress controller must be present, and so the Ingress controller will decide the traffic where to reroute it. So to do this, first we need one Kubernetes cluster up and running. I don't have anything, so I have a Google Cloud. If you have a AWS, if you have a Azure, you create one Kubernetes cluster there. So I'm creating it. Create. So to go here, click, come down. There is a compute. After that, there is a Kubernetes engine. Click cluster. You will get this screen. Say create. I'm going for a standard. Wait for a few seconds. First, we will configure the standard Kubernetes cluster. Standard Kubernetes cluster. Once we configured, let's say create. If you want, you can mention a different name, but I'm going with the default name. This will take some time. Let's wait for this cluster configured, fully up and running. So now, if you see this cluster is created, up and running, there is a green tick mark, and with 3 worker nodes. Okay, so now the cluster is ready, up and running. We'll go inside. First, we will connect the cluster. Say connect. Copy this command. Run in Cloud Shell. So it's taking some time. Okay, so now run that command. As I said, the first thing what we can do is, okay, wherever you go and start any hands-on, kubectl get nodes and understand the worker node status. Yes, all are ready. To make it a better way, we can open this in a new window with full size window, so that you can see very clearly what are all the commands getting typed. Okay, so now I'm clearing it out. Go back to the step. Now you can see there are a couple of files. So the hello Kubernetes first.yaml, as per this diagram. Okay, so first we will deploy one by one, then we can assign as a ingress mapping, right? So first we are going to deploy Kubernetes first.yaml. As per this step, I'm copying this, go here, say kubectl apply here. So now say kubectl get all -o wide. Okay, so the first is deployed on all three. Okay, now come back here. Even if you want, you can go here and type this. So the hello Kubernetes first service also deploy. Now you will find that newly created service cluster IP assigned. Now deploy the second one. The similar way, deploy the second one. We are going to do the similar task. Okay, and second also we have deployed. Let's run the command again. If you see, there is a first got deployed and second also got deployed, right? In the service, first also got deployed and second also deployed as per the diagram which we discussed, right? So now what we can do is we can go back to the step, okay, and then ingress controller. Now we deployed as a piece 1 and piece 2. Now how to reach this to using the ingress controller? So we are going to install ingress controller, which we have discussed about in the last class, Helm. Using Helm, we are going to deploy this ingress controller. So let's clear this and go for here. So enter. So ingress nginx has been added this repository, and then we are going to update the repo, which is always advisable. Yes, updated. Now we are going to install it. Okay, and also we are going to make the set controller should be enabled. So we are installing it. Wait for a few seconds. So the ingress controller got installed. In this, if you observe, there is a domain name called example.com, and there is a service name, and there is a host. So this domain name already mentioned in this. If you want, you can customize it also. Okay, now go back here. Now you can get the namespace and say what is happening. So we got the external IP. So we got the external IP. So can we go and check this IP? Open here, say this IP. So 404 found. Let it be there. Okay, and go back to the step. So now we are going to expose it using ingress. So go here, go here and say, copy this and enter it. So the ingress got created. Now go back to the step and get all. Put it, get all. So which means if you slowly scroll up, you can see the part, the service, and say first of all the part, and then the service, and then the ingress controller as a load balancer. Okay. So now if you access again, wait. Now what we can do is go back to here. So you need to assign this IP as this domain name, because this is the test learning, right? So we need to manually assign this. How do we ensure it is working fine? So let's. So now we will open the etc host. If you are in Windows, then if you are using Windows machine as a testing, then Windows system32 drivers etc. If you are using from Linux, then it's straightforward, etc host. Right click, open in Notepad++. So here, if you come down, there is an IP address. So what IP address we got in our external IP address? This is the IP address, right? So go back to here. I am replacing this. I'm replacing this. Of course, it's admin based, so I'm saved it. So now, if we access this domain name, okay, instead of the IP address, so we are not getting it. So let's access hw1.example.com. Okay, it is coming properly. What is happening is it is going there and ingress, it deciding where I need to map it to, which service I need to send this to. So instead of hw1, and I'm duplicating it, so we will go with the other domain name, then you will understand very clearly. See here. So it's not going only one. It is from the domain name DNS, the ingress is deciding which service, how this is happening. Let's go for some configuration understanding. First, I'm opening first.yaml, then I'm opening second.yaml, then I'm opening the ingress.yaml, right? First.yaml, come down. What is the service name? We are setting it up. Hello Kubernetes first, right? So go back the next one. What is the service name? Here we have implemented Hello Kubernetes second, correct? So now we will go back to the ingress part. So here we have clearly mentioned hw1example.com means send this request to Hello Kubernetes first. Are you able to see here? hw1example.com to here, and hw2example.com redirecting to second one. Is it matching it? hwexample.com, it's mapping to the service. Okay, now go back to the CLI output also. I will show you. Go back here, see here. So let me just minimize this window, clear it out, and then again I'm running so that you will understand very clearly. So in this service, so we have clearly said hello-kubernetes first, hw1.example.com, map it to this service. hw2.example.com, map it to this service. So ingress is very, very powerful to send the particular request based on the rule which you deploy, right? So it is going to be I would say, intelligent load balancer. So the load balancer will come and redirect the traffic, but here it's taking decision. If you are accessing this, then send here. If you are accessing this, then send here. exactly this is what we have explained in this diagram. Where is the diagram? Yes. Are you clear? So again, you can implement this with a different functionality, with a different domain name, with different services, and make sure you are mapping it correctly. See, the idea here is you need to map it. What is the domain name? What is the service name? What is the domain name? What is the service name? But since we are doing all this in our local itself, because this is not a registered example.com in general, it is a different domain, but we are mapping it. So what I'm suggesting is go with your host file, and whatever after you deployed, whatever external IP you are getting, put it in your local host file with the testing domain name. Don't worry, you haven't registered the domain name. It's fine. This is just for a POC, just for learning, correct? So, but you need to understand the logic. For that, this is more than enough. Stay tuned. We'll come up with more hands-on session. Thanks for everyone.